always been Daddy's little girl, and I've always been really close to him. And my mom died when I was
anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000. So for my dress, I want to have that traditional
bling that you like.
That is true, but I hate it.
Okay, so this has the...
Happy he's here. I have been married once before. My ex-husband did not see me in my dress.
Number 8. Lace War. According to the staff, most Southern girls find it difficult to go against their families and show a little backbone, so they have to have the strength for them. This may just sound like a little stereotype, but it's about to be proven soon enough. Daniel is from Tennessee, and she is here with her entourage, including her dad and her mother-in-law, to find the perfect dress for her wedding.
old, and I'm from Knoxville, Tennessee.
Who's with you today?
Today, I'm here with my dad.
It's just fake to me.
Fake.
Just looks like something that goes on a tabletop.
Really kind of weird because it's just the process. You think that's what you're supposed to do, is get to go do this with your mom. And
the selection of a wedding dress is a momentous occasion for any bride-to-be, as it symbolizes her personal style, individuality, and vision for her special day. However, societal and cultural expectations, particularly within close-knit families, can create a challenging dynamic for brides who wish to diverge from their family's desires when it comes to wedding dress styles. And that's exactly the troublesome situation Daniel is in. She's a big fan of laces, the old-style kind, but her dad really isn't into it. He feels like they look fake and more like something that go on a tabletop. Daniel has always been Daddy's little girl, especially because her mother passed away when she was very young, and that's why her dad's opinion is the most important thing to her on this historic day in her life. Despite Dad's opinions against vintage laces, Lori decides the bride's opinion is with more importance and puts her in a dress of her choosing, but unfortunately, Dad really isn't supporting it. He hates the lace and he isn't afraid to say it. Daniel, on the other hand, is afraid to express her opinion. It can be really difficult to navigate the emotional terrain of asserting personal style preferences for brides, especially when it seems to conflict with what their families envision. The fear of causing disappointment or hurt makes the decision-making process an emotional roller coaster. But this bride needs to understand she will be the one wearing the wedding dress, not her daddy, so she needs to be satisfied with it or else she will regret it forever. The next dresses have less lace, but Daniel just hates them. They're not her style and she really wants her to incorporate some lace. When we find out why, it becomes all the more heartwarming. The bride's mother's own wedding dress had a ton of lace and she wants to incorporate something personal to her mother on her wedding day since her mother couldn't be here herself. The next dress they choose actually doesn't have a ton of lace, but Danielle seems happy with it. Her dad absolutely loves it, but emphasizes he just wants his little girl to be happy. Danielle says yes to the dress as she realizes how stunning she is looking and how it satisfies both her wishes and her father's. Number 7. Little Girl vs. Bride. Jamie, the bride, is at the bridal boutique with her whole entourage, including her stepdaughters, and they're hunting for the dress of her dreams. The stepdaughters are very involved and want the perfect dress for their new mother, whom they're embracing wholeheartedly. Jamie is marrying her high school sweetheart and she knows that she wants a traditional bride look on the auspicious day, but also wants to strike a balance with the girl's desires of something sparkly that will make her look like a princess.
They have specific opinions on what they want to see me in, so I'm really glad to have them.
This one, she is like a real mom to us.
Different opinions to make sure that you're making the right choice about your gown.
The first dress Jamie tries on looks quite stunning on her, and Jamie loves it. She walks out confidently and shows it to everyone. But the kids start picking out details which they don't like, and their opinion matters a lot to Jamie. So she decides to go right back inside and try on another dress that will hopefully make everyone happy.
I don't really like that dress. I just don't like the flowers in the back.
You don't? I mean, of course I'm going to weigh that into my decision-making process.
In the dressing room, she says, "Oh, I love it."
And there's bees in the front.
Yeah. We'll try on some more dresses.
The next dress looks even better on Jamie. It's a gorgeous satin gown in a luxurious gold-white color, which makes Jamie's skin pop. Everyone agrees that at the very least, this dress is definitely a contender because Jamie stands out quite a lot in it and looks wonderful. But again, the girls have some pretty harsh opinions. They don't even sweeten their words and simply say they like absolutely nothing about it. Jamie is shocked and she actually seems hurt by this. The staff is crazed by this mess who lets an 8-year-old and a 5-year-old dictate how you will look at your wedding. These girls don't even know how to dress themselves yet, let alone a bride. The staff doesn't like the direction this bridal fitting is going in, and there's only so much they can take before they decide to say something. After all, it's a recipe for disaster, and their prime job is to help the bride, not her soon-to-be kids. Reluctantly, Jamie decides to try on something else to make the girls happy. The staff tells her she needs to grow a bit of a backbone and figure out what actually makes her happy rather than everyone else. Jamie isn't really happy with the next dress, even though the kids say it looks perfect, but the bride's preference couldn't be more clear. The dress of her dreams might not be the one the kids like, but does it really matter? After all, everyone loves the dream dress other than one little girl. The staff actually asked the 5-year-old if she would be okay if Jamie bought the dress she likes instead, and she says no. How much more do you need to take before standing up for yourself? Even the staff is shocked by that answer. The bride is really confused and actually says, let's flip a coin. Who does that? Jamie picks heads for the dress she wants while the girls pick tails. In a lucky twist of fate, it lands on heads. Thankfully, Jamie gets the dress she wants, but she really needs to figure out how to stand her ground or these little ones will run all over her once she fully joins the family. Number 6. Modern versus traditional dress. Fashion trends come and go, but family opinions seem to be eternal. The clash between generations is a well-known tale, and weddings are no exception. Convincing an older person that a modern gown is just as stunning as a classic lace number can be a challenging feat, and this bride is about to find out just how difficult it is. Sharon is the extremely opinionated soon-to-be mother-in-law, and Jessica is the submissive bride. Jessica is here with her fiancé's family since hers is not in the state, and everyone on her fiancé's side disagrees with her sense of style and the kind of dress that she wants.
Hello.
Hi. And then my future sister-in-law, Laura.
Nice to meet you. So, all the groom's family?
Yes.
Nice.
Family.
I can hardly wait to call her my very own daughter.
Oh, make me tearful already.
I really...
So she tells me that you guys have a different opinion than she has on what she should wear.
That's...
Sharon is completely traditional and is sure that she will convince her new daughter that a traditional lace and veil dress is the way to go. The first dress is always picked by the mother, but since Jessica's mother could not be here, that honor goes to her mother-in-law, and she picks a beautiful lacy and beaded wedding dress that even Jessica likes. Jessica agrees that she looks absolutely beautiful in it, but when it comes down to saying yes or no, she still says that it has just a bit too much lace for her. After all, Jessica is the bride, so her dress should be the one that she loves, not one that everyone but her loves.
Rain.
Traditional, yay! I just knew this is the perfect dress.
What were you thinking for a wedding gown?
I just wanted something more lightweight, simple, because it's going to be in the Caribbean.
And what about the veil?
I think you guys have been talking to my mother-in-law too much.
And soon.
Exactly.
Feel good. I picked one dress back there I really want to try on.
Let's go find a dress.
I'm ready.
Sharon is crushed. She thinks that she looks great, and after hearing that Jessica doesn't even want a veil, she is shook. However, Jessica moves on and finds another dress to try on that she actually likes. The one she finds is a cool Caribbean-looking pink dress with slightly reflective qualities. It fits her beautifully and definitely has the modern look that she was going for. Sharon says she's looking beautiful, but she disagrees with the color. Pink just isn't the color for a wedding dress in her opinion. Sharon says she wants a white dress with a veil. On the other hand, Jessica wants the pink dress with no veil, but she wants to make her mother-in-law happy, and she says that she will compromise on the veil for her. When Sharon sees her with a veil, she's completely ecstatic and says yes to the dress with a veil. And it actually does really pop. Jessica says she will think about it when the time comes, but in any case, this bride has said yes to this dress. Number 5. Dream Dress. Bride Evie is the most emotionally excited bride we've ever seen. As soon as she sees the bridal staff, she explodes with joy and hugs them. What a positive and joyful little soul. Her sense of style represents her personality. She wants something beautiful, sparkly, and wants to look like a princess. But there will be some trouble in this fitting soon enough.
Hello.
I'm about 1,500.
Right, okay. Can you describe what you've got inside your head then?
Pink, Get out.
Oh.
See, look at the train on it.
Wow, that is a beast of a dress, isn't
Yeah.
it?
The dress Evie likes is way out of her budget, even though she loves it and she's very excited to wear it. It's about double the budget she has thought of. Evie is sad and simply refuses to try it on because she knows she can't get it, and if she likes it, then it's gonna make the situation all the more terrible. She has been dreaming of a dress like that since childhood. It has everything she wants, from the lace, volume down to the right sparkly bits, but she knows that she can't get it. Her dad's paying for the dress and he won't double the budget that she's thought of. That's far too much. The staff brings out an absolutely beautiful dress for her to try on that's very similar to the first one but actually fits perfectly into her budget. Evie does like it quite a bit, the way it fits her curves and the shine, as well as the massive volume that makes her look like actual royalty. Her family says she looks stunning too, and they actually get a little emotional. But even they can tell that she's not perfectly satisfied with it. And they know why. The color. Evie loved the pink color in the first dress, and the fact that this one is a traditional white just isn't doing it for her. Her family is supportive of her decision and doesn't care whether she wears a traditional white or not, as long as she's happy. The staff can see that this young lady has her heart set on one dress and one dress only, and the manager decides to pull off something incredible for her. He asks the owner if they can somehow reduce the price on the original dress to make it more affordable for their little princess bride. And the owner says that since it's a sample from a new designer, they can probably figure something out. But they have to be sure first, so he makes Evie promise that she won't open her eyes and make her wear the first dress. Evie is absolutely shocked when she realizes it's the first dress and she just knows it's the dress of her dreams. He's so happy to tell her that Paula has made the dress fit in her price range. Everyone begins to tear up as they realize Evie finally has the dress of her dreams.
Feel your heartbeat.
Yeah, I know. I feel like it's gonna come out my chest. This is it.
Do you know which dress it is?
Yeah.
Has made this dress affordable.
Thank you.
Number 4. Last minute wedding dress. When a bride comes into a boutique trying to find a dress at the last minute, it's a real problem for the boutique and the staff. The boutique may not have the dress in the bride's size or style, and they may not have time to order it.
Ticking. So I need to find a dress immediately. Today, budget is about $3,500.
Okay. Are you ready to try on?
Yes.
Okay.
Hi,
beautiful.
Randy.
How are you?
Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
This can leave the bride feeling stressed and disappointed, which no one wants. Ebony has put this boutique into a craze because she is trying to find a dress at the last minute. Her wedding is about 4 months away, while you should at least have 8 months to find the perfect dress. When you come in this late, the selection in dresses is extremely limited. This is especially true if the bride has a unique body type. In this case, the boutique may have to send the bride on a wild goose chase to find a dress that fits her, or they may have to suggest that she have the dress altered, which can be expensive and time-consuming. Luckily, the staff strike gold on their first try and they find a dress for Ebony that truly suits her. She really likes it and feels it fits her nicely, which was the biggest problem to solve. But when it comes to what everyone else thinks, the dress fails to pass the test. They don't like the lack of bling and the huge amount of ruffles. It's too straight and it's not complementing her curves properly. Once everyone points these things out, Ebony sees it too.
But I think I'm gonna see what everybody else thinks.
What do we think?
You know what?
I'm not crazy about the ruffles.
Wah, wah.
And I think it needs to be a little high.
I'm extremely nervous and I have no idea what we...
I'm gonna get a dress. This is it. I don't know if I can get in on time.
It seems she just wanted to find a dress that fast, but that does not mean you should compromise on essential factors. After all, you only get the wedding of your dreams once, and you have to do everything you can to make sure your dress is the one that you would say yes to without thinking twice. The next dress also doesn't satisfy anyone, and Ebony wants to continue trying some more. She's still hopeful she can find the perfect dress if she tries hard enough. The next dress is a winner with her entourage, with the staff, and especially with Ebony. This is the one. Ebony officially says yes to the dress.
Love.
That's the one.
That's beautiful.
Yes.
Oh, that looks like it.
Of why you should never wait till last minute to shop for a dress.
That mean?
She waited 3 years to shop for a wedding dress. Now you wanted to pull out a dress in 3 months?
Of course.
Yes!
What a relief we can get the dress for Ebony in time for the wedding. So Ebony, are we through?
Thank you so much, Debbie.
Oh my God. You are so welcome.
Number 3. Self-conscious bride. Finding a wedding dress can be a daunting task for any bride, but it can be especially difficult for a self-conscious bride like Shireen. Self-conscious brides like this one have negative body image issues, which makes it difficult to find a dress that they feel comfortable and confident in. They will worry about their weight, their body shape, or their skin, and this makes it pretty difficult to find a dress that flatters their figure.
So I find it incredibly daunting trying on any new clothes. Feels a bit, or if it's going to make me look like a ball.
Okay, you don't look like a ball.
She just wants something that's going to be figure hugging but not in the wrong places.
Right, so we're going to walk to the mirror.
Shireen comes in and tells Gokwan a whole list of things that she doesn't want in her dress, simply because she's afraid she will look ugly or look too big. She's even afraid to try on dresses because she doesn't want to know if she will look bad. Her mother is quite worried about her because she thinks that Shireen is beautiful, but doesn't understand why she can't see herself as beautiful and instead just focuses on her belly. Self-conscious brides like Shireen are afraid of being judged by others on their wedding day. It seems she's worried that people will stare at her flaws or that she won't look as good as the other brides in her wedding party. This fear of judgment is making it very difficult for Shireen to relax and enjoy the process of finding a dress. The very first dress that she tries changes her opinion a lot. At first, she feels that it's too tight, so she's definitely gonna look big, but when she sees herself in the mirror, she is shocked. She actually looks beautiful and she feels beautiful too. Many wedding dress designers cater to a specific body type or style, which makes it difficult for self-conscious brides to find a dress that fits their needs. There are many instances where a bride who is plus size has a hard time finding a dress that is both flattering and stylish, and Shireen was worried that she would be one of them, but she's happily surprised to find out she's looking good. Gotwan is doing wonders, and he's set on helping this lady find the dress of her dreams. They try on a few other dresses, but the flow style at the bottom is a big turnoff for her. She again feels like it's focusing too much on her hips and making them look too prominent. The last dress she tries on is a game changer. Shireen feels that it hugs her in all the right places and she looks exactly like how she envisioned in it. The veil pulls everything together and makes the dress really pop. This self-conscious bride has said yes to the dress. Definitely one of the biggest wins for this boutique.
Absolutely amazing. As soon as I saw that dress, I loved it.
There would have a few tears, but wow.
Amazing.
I'm just thinking, wow.
So it's amazing, and all the figure, it really pulls her in, and it's...
Is it within my budget?
Number 2. Groom's way too opinionated. The struggle between a groom and bride's family when it comes to wedding decisions like dress decisions can be a real challenge. On the other hand, both families want to be involved in the planning process and help make the day special for their loved ones.
What are you doing here?
I want to be in on the whole wedding planning, from the gown to the venue.
There's a part of me that wishes that it could be just me and her. Kind of a mom-daughter moment, but
I feel like I have a real wedding. Something that really belongs in a wedding album.
What kind of dress are you looking for?
In general, I don't really care for the blinged out up top.
I don't know about all this.
I do care about what my mom has to say.
I'm gonna be the winner.
On the other hand, there can be a lot of disagreement about what is appropriate or traditional, and this will definitely lead to tension and conflict, and that's what we are here for. But this time, the conflict actually isn't between two families, but between the groom and the bride's family. There is about to be a serious power struggle between this groom and his mother-in-law, and the poor bride is caught right in the middle of it. When a groom is way too opinionated like this fellow, it can be a real problem for the bride and her family. Michael has too many strong opinions about everything from the wedding dress to even the neckline, and it's causing some serious issues. Our bride is feeling like she's not being heard, and her family seems like they feel like they're being steamrolled. Michael wants to be a part of every single decision, but everyone feels like it should just be the ladies, or at least just the mom and the bride. After all, that's what it's traditionally like. But Samantha is actually happy that Michael wants to be a team. Her previous husband was not like that at all, and it was not a happy relationship, so she is all for a dedicated and involved groom. But she probably didn't know it's gonna come with many issues. Michael has some serious opinions about the styles of the dresses, and the problem is Samantha is easily swayed by whatever he says, so it's not really a fair battle. It's important to remember that a bride does not have to give in to the groom's every demand. If a bride is not happy with his choices, you have the right to say no. She may need to compromise on some things, but she should not feel pressure to do something that she's not comfortable with. Even the staff is uncomfortable with his constant interjections, and there's actually a bit of heavy conflict between Michael and the staff. This is probably the worst thing for any bridal fitting. Michael is just too overconfident that he knows what he's saying and that he will pick the best dress. The staff is pretty unhappy with being sidelined when this is their actual job. Even Samantha's mom is unhappy and no one agrees with the dress Michael picks out. Next up is mom's pick, and Samantha loves the top and waist of the dress, so this could actually be the one. On the other hand, Michael is vehemently against it and calls it a hot mess. There is a serious waging between the mom and the groom, and it will not end well for this bride. The next pick is by Lori, and Samantha is in love with a comfortable but flattering fit as well as wonderful setting and bling. Michael is on board with this dress too and thinks it's stunning. On a great note, mom is on board too, so this means they finally agreed on something. In the end, Samantha agrees too and decides that she has found her dress, a win for everyone.
I love it.
Well, then I think it's time that we take this to the next level.
Do you agree?
I think it's a fair compromise.
Bye-bye.
When I see myself all jacked up, I'm so excited.
Number 1. 13 Bridesmaids. Lindsay is a wonderful lady who was in the boutique to find the dress of her dreams, like every bride, but what sets her apart is that she has brought an entourage of about 14 people to her fitting, and that is a lot of people to please. So this is definitely gonna be a recipe for disaster, and the staff very well sees it coming. They ask everyone what's on their mind, and every single person has a different idea in mind.
I'm Lindsay Mitten. I'm 26. I'm from Jasper, Georgia.
So how far away is the wedding?
10 months. We want to keep it more traditional and classic. I want it to look like you've walked into a winter wonderland. I want there to be a Susan and 10 of the brides of the 17 weddings that I've been in.
How many weddings?
I've been by now.
So what do you want to see yourself in?
I like the strapless A-line, sweetheart neckline. I like anything that flows very well and I don't feel very stiff in. Yeah.
Someone says strapless, while someone says fully covered. One says it must have strain, while someone else chimes in that it must not. So it's a pretty confusing scenario. Lindsay has actually been in the wedding of every person in her entourage, so she has definitely seen a lot of bridal fittings. But the question is, will that make things easier for her or even harder? Too many ideas and options can actually get more confusing than being helpful, and when asked what Lindsay wants, she picks bits and pieces from every single one of her bridesmaids' dresses, so this is gonna be one insane challenge for Lori, but she's willing to take it. Lori decides she's gonna pick the first dress for her because it's just way too confusing to get every girl's opinion. The dress Lori picks out is fabulous. I mean, she's not in charge of a boutique for no reason, right? Lori knows what she's doing. Lindsay loves the dress she picked out and even says it could potentially be the one, but the trouble begins when her entourage sees the dress.
Top, and I love the sleeves.
I hate it.
I would like to see you in something more fun.
No one should walk down the aisle in this dress.
Are you looking for something totally unique that ruffles, pickups? Honey, and this has got everything but the kitchen sink dragging on the train. Just saying.
Every lady begins comparing this piece to their own wedding dress and says they don't want one thing or the other, making things all the more confusing for poor Lindsay. These girls think that because they have been brides, they know everything about wedding dresses, but that's simply not true. They move on to the next dress, and hold your breath folks because this girl is about to look like a princess. Lindsay looks so fantastic. This dress was made for her. It was fate. She actually gets so emotional that tears roll down her cheeks. It seems she has found the dress of her dreams. But her dreams came crashing down when her bridesmaids began tearing down this dress too. How crazy is that? Lindsay got a bit of a backbone this time too. She knows that this is what she wants. This is the dress that was made for her, and she's not listening to anyone else. Lindsay has said yes to the dress. That's all for today, folks. See you next time.